In the subterranean city of Palimpsest, clean air is not a right. It is a commodity purchased by physically extracting and surrendering your own memories. When a citizen's account hits absolute zero, the governing guild initiates a liquidation protocol. The remaining memories are purged, and their legal identity is permanently erased from the public record. Kale is a forensic appraiser. His job is to verify these erasures, ensuring that the ledger balances perfectly and leaves no mathematical or physical residue behind. In this economy, personal history is nothing more than a standardized currency, and Kale operates as the emotionless machine designed to process it. A perfect system, however, cannot account for a ghost print. This terminal displays a raw, unindexed data block, a memory crystal completely divorced from the official registry. The file holds an 11-second loop of a woman's flour-dusted hands shaping dough, set to the sound of rain on a tin roof. Under the guild's strict zero-balance architecture, a liquidated asset like this mathematically cannot exist. To trace the anomaly, Kale severs his connection to the safe surface network and descends thousands of meters into the physical underworld of Sector 9. This diagram illustrates the primary hazard of the lower sectors. Tectonic salt plates constantly shift and compress inward. The movement crushes standard grid lines, making static maps instantly obsolete. By pursuing an 11-second anomaly into the unmapped dark, Kale transforms from the guild's enforcer into its primary target. At the bottom of the basin, Kale discovers the Echoes. They are a hidden colony of erased citizens who survive the darkness by salvaging heavily degraded memory fragments, trading anything they have for split seconds of artificial joy. He also meets Soraya, a non-verbal outcast whose very physical form is tethered to the frequency of Kale's ghost print. She becomes his only reliable guide through the deep strata. This schematic demonstrates Sector 9's biology. Bitumen sumps of organic sludge react to human fear. As a cortisol heat signature approaches, the liquid actively expands toward the stress. Pipelines then siphon off the expansion, converting these erratic trauma spikes into standardized luxury output blocks. The guild operates a closed-loop industrial system designed to physically mine and commodify human trauma. To prove this, Cal infiltrates an ancient sealed control deck. He bypasses the manual biometric locks by plunging the copper filaments embedded in his own neural extraction scar directly into the terminal's hardwired ports. Deep in the directory, he uncovers this file, the farming ledger. It logs a manual override that forced the extraction valves to spike from a baseline of 40 units to 82, signed with a violet ink loop by an executive known only as the lamplighter. The guild deliberately overpressured the trauma valves to harvest higher yields of suffering. They knowingly triggered the pipeline rupture that is now bleeding raw trauma into the sector. To hide the engineered disaster, the lamplighter initiates a slurry seal, pumping millions of tons of liquid salt through the sealing containment valves. This slurry seal functions as a weaponized bureaucratic cover-up, designed to bury the echoes and the evidence beneath 1 million tons of stone. Before the download can finish, the lamplighter intercepts Kale's connection. She sees that he has secured the incriminating ledger. She offers a devastating trade. Abort the download, and she will restore his erased identity, giving him a pristine crystal containing his mother's memory. Looking at this storage visualization, Kale faces a rigid technical limit. The 97-megabyte ledger attempts to download, but is physically blocked by his zero-balance identity sector. He lacks capacity for both. Kale makes his choice. He deletes the identity partition, shattering his legal personhood, and the massive ledger block floods in to fill the space. By clearing his own account, Kale permanently accepts a future as a nobody. He trades his own name and his mother's voice to ensure the truth of the massacre survives. To stop a system that weaponizes history, Kale accepts a future without a past, stripping the guild of its leverage over his identity. Kale and Soraya are left trapped in the dark as the liquid salt descends. Their survival is uncertain, but the evidence of the guild's crimes is irrevocably secured on his console. The story of the Liminal ledger acts as a sharp critique of modern bureaucratic systems that view human suffering purely as a data point, treating collective history as a liability to be managed. In a world where the powers that be use spreadsheets and systems to erase their crimes, Bearing witness to those they try to bury is the only force capable of stopping the ledger from closing.